So, I guess my question to start this is, what are you actually going to do here?
And the options were we're going to.
We got to get the Declaration of Independence.
That's I mean, you do, but I think right now you have a location in the swamp that makes sense for you guys to go to, where you think the lockboxes might be. Mm-hmm. The other thing is that Dark Alley Burger does come up enough in your investigations to make you wonder if something's going on there.
Gotcha. So the options are lockbox or the basement of the, crazy fucking cultist areas. Gotcha.
Where they may or may not be summoning a cheese monster.
May or may not. Correct.
I still want that cheese monster cat.
Well, I say we go to the swamp because that's what our original plan was.
Correct.
And Dark Alley Burger will always be there, whereas that lockbox might be gone if we do the other one first.
Good call.
I have to reconcile with my fear of going into Dark Alley Burger. Yeah.
I'm definitely interested in getting that lockbox. I've been after it for a while. Pretty upset it was not at the bank.
Yep. I'm kind of going for the lockboxes because I think it might fill in a piece of the puzzle and not be as risky as the basement.
I'm hearing lockboxes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's locked in.
All right. So it's lockboxes now, and then Dark Alley Burger to be determined.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's probably... Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, in that case, while I get the map set up, let's bring it back to... Okay, so... Here's how we're going to play this. We are in a swamp. We're going to do some exploration.
Fun.
Each of you is going to... The swamp's a big place. You have a rough idea where it is. But we're going to go around. Each of you is going to describe an area you're walking through, a feature that's in there, and how it makes you feel. And let's... just what the vibes are. Is it good vibes, bad vibes? Let's find out.
Okay.
Where are my... We have a dice roller here, right? Yeah. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to line you guys up. And the cool thing about doing this on a computer is you can actually roll a d5.
Oh, nice.
In theory, you can roll a d5. It won't actually let me. Okay. So in that case, let's roll a d10. Sunny. 4. Sesh, what are you seeing in this swamp? Describe the area.
The area of swamp I chose is the more shallow area. So I see a lot of little hills. I know I'm going to be able to walk around without going too deep. Lots of mucky trees. Water is not as clear as you would think for being so shallow.
Okay, and is there any building structures?
I think I went off to an area that doesn't really have any structures. That's where I'm suspecting to find some luck with this thing.
Okay. In that case, let's go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a something to kind of whet the mental appetite here.
Perfect. Looks like all my family reunions.
All right, Brass Gunsword. What are we seeing? Is there any... You're in a different area part. You've walked through this. Water was kind of shallow. Nothing really stood out.
I'm noticing the water. The water looks like what you'd expect to come from a reverse toilet.
Oh no! Oh no!
Really muddy, so to speak.
Oh no!
Michigan water.
Oh dear! We gotta take care of that. But so here's a question: what would cause that?
Is there possibly a sewer near the mangroves?
Well, I mean, you're
someone like
you're in a swamp, so literally anything could be treating this as a sewer.
Are you insinuating a creature is, depositing things in the swamp?
Yes.
It could be creatures.
I mean, I know the swamps pretty well. There's a lot of, they're called bog goblins. They like to shit into the swamp. They just
Mhm.
So we
After
can determine that the shits are bog goblin shits. We recognize them.
All right. So
Is that right?
Okay. Bog gobbers. All right. So there's
Dirty
so
bog
you
gobbers.
found an area where there's a bog gobber community in there. You don't see any buildings there for them though. Are you guys gonna look for those or?
Maybe now that they've recognized these leavings of the bog, maybe trying to go back and find me so I could be like, "Hey, buddies, Gobbertown," because that's basically what I am.
That's true. I mean, it is possible that if the bog gobbers are just dropping deuces all over the swamp, they might have found the box, and we might be able to find that box at their community. It wouldn't hurt to try to track them down, or quote, follow the bog trail if you get my drift.
The turd trail.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for clarifying.
Appreciate that.
That's what I'm here for. Yep.
The Turd Trail is like the worst game on the computer at school.
That was the lesser the failed sequel to Oregon Trail.
That's the one where it starts with you dying from dysentery.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is that why there's so many trails here? They just all have dysentery?
Maybe that's like a common trait with bog goblins. They're just all full of dysentery.
They live in the bog.
All right, Duncan Ames next up. So you have passed through an area relatively quiet. What appears to be a bog gobber latrine. What are you seeing?
I mean, I'm kind of hearing a lot of like weird noises as we're moving around. Not sure if they're like animals or otherwise, and kind of seeing like some kind of like run down area where there's some sort of small little kind of like shack like building.
Okay, so you found a shack. Does it look abandoned to you?
It looks like it could be. It's pretty worn out. If anyone's there, it hasn't been taken care of for a long time, so it's probably abandoned.
Tell you what, give me a detection roll.
Okay, yeah. Let me just pull up my sheet. So I do a one. I have a 5 for that, so I do 1d6 plus 5.
2d6 plus 5.
Ooh boy.
All right, 13. Okay, so the shack's definitely run down, and you notice that the door is off the hinges, but you notice that it's like hanging from one hinge, but you notice that in the dirt in front of the door, there's a like half crescent mark where the door keeps getting open and closed, despite the shape of the rest of the place isn't being dusted, it's not being cleaned, it's not being washed, but something is going in and out of there regularly. And with like how much particulate matters in the area, you guess someone's probably been in there in the last 24 hours or so.
Interesting.
Well, I'd say we should probably investigate, or I should investigate.
Well, I mean, that's you got to tell them that because you're the one who noticed this. This is so far entirely in your mind.
Ooh.
So we're still separated.
No, you guys are all there, but you're the only one. But you've noticed this. The rest of them have not.
So it's up to you if you want to go investigate yourself. Maybe there's something that you can like steal, or you can tell us, and we'll obviously give you backup and follow.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I just kind of yell out.
Screams.
I just kind of go ahead.
I was saying we'll just wait till we hear some screams.
Yeah, I just yell out to everyone and let them know I found this building and it looks like there might be something worth investigating up ahead.
Sweet. I'm down for checking it out. Is it next to any mangrove trees?
I don't see any, but I'm also not super familiar with what mangrove trees looks like, so it's possible.
Gotcha. Is it next to any trees? Period.
There
I
are
like
a few.
that.
There are a few.
Unnecessary admission. I just don't know what it looks like. To see.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of
Trevor
weird
doesn't know
looking
what a
trees
lot of-
out here, right?
Yeah, no, fair enough. I don't know what a lot of things look like, so yeah, let's go check that shit out.
My answer just would have been sure. That's why I'm laughing.
Cool. Well, I'm on board. Should we all go as a group
Me
then?
too.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Hello.
I'm still here. Did we lose you guys?
Oh, I'm just waiting for. Oh, there we go. Ah, all right. That makes sense now.
This could totally be our new base of operations. Looks pretty sweet.
Ooh, there's something at the top of this that looks really interesting. Just saying.
Is that an enclosed room or is that in the open?
That appears to be some kind of enclosed room filled with treasure.
Vault or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lock.
I'm sure we'll get some kind of description here in a second.
Looks like
This is a pretty well kept.
We have to go way back outside.
What was this? Yeah.
Yeah, this is just a shack in the swamp.
Swamp shack.
there are no reverse toilets in here.
So you say.
Thank God.
This is the only pre-made map I could find this fast.
Fair enough. This works. We'll use our imagination.
Yeah, so everything is dusty, and also what looked like a rug I thought was going to be like a bloody thing. Hang on here, let me see if I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Add
one sec.
blood. Add blood.
Could be bloody if it's, in like a decorated circle of blood.
There we go. That's not a rug. That's just a big mess of blood.
Blood question mark.
I hope not.
Yeah.
What?
Mysterious blood.
Blood? Yeah.
I can do a couple more here.
Sad blood.
Oh. It's no longer on the inside of that person.
Hope that's helpful. I'm done.
Critters die, they leave sad faces like that.
Exactly. That's how you know it's dead.
Sad blood.
Sad.
Okay, there we go.
Ooh,
Now
there
it's a
we
little more
go.
bloody.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh, yeah.
That's some.
All kinds of blood here. I bet it's
Yeah.
more than one thing.
Someone spilled the ketchup.
Did something happen? It didn't change for me. Oh wait.
There's
Ah!
extra.
There we go. Hey.
Under the sad face, I see it. Okay.
Yeah. So
All the
it is
treasure
empty.
flew away.
That's
Okay.
the good news. You see a variety of tables. Each of these tables is. Can I ping a table here? You guys see that ping?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one right in the center. Yeah.
Yep. So that one has a variety of accoutrement on it. You see some stuff that you would associate with alchemy.
Ooh.
So you have like some files and some decanters, mortar, pestle. What's in them, you have no idea. Some of them are pretty dusty, except for the mortar and pestle seems to be getting used.
Interesting.
You can tell because the actual pestle itself is relatively clean. The other tables are just covered in dust. What you thought was a rug is actually caked on fur and blood. Not a rug. Definitely not a rug. Those aren't chairs either. Those are something else very disturbing.
I mean,
This seems like a good opportunity for some forensic science.
I would agree.
Nice that there's a kit there ready for us to use on the table.
You could do a alchemy check sesh since you got to the alchemies, and then I think.
I do. Maybe I could add some of this to my traveling alchemist kit.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say just inspect it to see if you can learn what it is. It's in the pestle.
Yeah. Yes, I will do that.
Yeah.
I could do this forensic science thing too.
Oh, for sure. Like on the blood, and maybe figure out where the blood and fur came from, or at least what species or something.
All right, so to start with, Sesh, go ahead and make me an alchemy check.
What should I roll for that?
It'll do 2d6 plus your alchemy skill. So
Yep.
if you just look at the skill sheet, you'll see the total there. I think it's pretty
It'll
high.
be
I think it's 4.
2d6 plus 4.
Nice. There you go.
And then the
So 10. But you did get a crit, technically. You rolled 2 3s.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if that counts on skill checks, but...
Not on skill checks. However, if you notice that the bottom of all the glassware has a stamp on it, that's Order of the Golden Crucible, which is kind of the order of alchemists out of Lael. Or, well, it was until Kador took it over. Which you're surprised to see this far out here, and you're also surprised to see it in this state of disrepair. Because they're normally, Golden Crucible alchemists are very serious about their gear, because if they screw up, it will literally blow up in their face. You have absolutely no idea what's in there, and what you can recognize makes no sense. You kind of got the feeling that this might
Are we
not...
in danger? The vibe I'm getting is maybe we should not be touching any of this alchemy stuff.
The vibes are bad.
Okay, bad vibes.
Yeah, you failed your vibe check.
Type of alchemy I do, not technically.
Gotcha. That's good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
I was just saying, so some shady stuff went on outside of the blood, obviously, but that doesn't bother me so much.
And it sounds like the alchemy was bad juju alchemy. And I think there was something else you wanted Sesh to do, though, real quick.
No, if it sounded like we want Brass's one is Aiken to make his forensic science check.
Do it.
Aiken.
Yes.
For
Call me Clay Aiken. Okay.
Swamp Bacon.
Swamp Aiken. So my forensic science total is 5, so I do a 2d6 plus 5.
Yeah, roll 2d6 plus 5.
Alrighty. Aw, what is that?
Wow.
That's
8.
like, I got your bad juju sesh from the other session.
Yeah.
Like I said, the vibes are bad.
Yeah. I have a skill that's hyper perception. Perception rolls are boosted, and then I thought I had one that lets me re-roll things.
You do.
Astute can re-roll detection rolls, but this is different than a detection roll,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Okay. Never
But
mind.
you can still do a detection roll if you want, but this is just for the forensic science right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you have no idea what you're looking at.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Could he do a detection
so-
check just in the room to see if there's anything we're missing?
Sure.
Okay, so that my total's 5, and I think I can just re-roll that if we want to, right?
Yeah.
Based on astute. Okay, so let's see. That's better.
Now we're talking.
There we go. All right, so while you don't know what's going on with the alchemy set, you start looking around the room itself. And you notice that some of the chairs have holes punched into the seats. Looking around, you are seeing what look like boot treads, but there's little claw marks in front of them. You got the feeling that this is whoever's in here, in and out, either isn't or at least includes in their group people who are not human. Because you're pretty sure these are either pharaoh. You notice that there's definitely some pharaoh footprints in there, the way that they have stolen boots, but with their hooves sticking through. And then there's marks that are indicative of gator people walking around.
Ooh.
And that kind of gives you an idea that this...
There's also the fur.
Yes. Well, there's bits of fur between that and the bits of fur and blood everywhere. You're pretty sure that what you're looking at here is not alchemy. This is actually bone grinding.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
I was going to say wear gators, but bone grinding works too.
That's what...
Too, like, they were some way and they had to rip them off, and then there you go, blood and fur.
Oh,
I knew
makes sense.
I knew I smelled gator fur.
In that case, is there a chance that do a check for bone grinding to see if he recognizes exact on like the stuff, the alchemy that Sesh was looking at? Can he do a check on that to maybe see if there's some knowledge he can gain for what maybe type of bone grinding they're doing?
That seems like a good idea for him to do that, since that's what he does for a living,
Exactly.
amongst other things.
I'm into pottery. Oh, how do I do that?
Let's see what we got here. Go ahead and use your field alchemy skill. So you're going to roll 2d6 plus 6. Okay, so that's 8. Okay, 14. That's not bad.
Yeah.
No, we're going to go with that first roll, which is like way better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At
I
first-
don't know what I'm doing.
Oh no, you're good, man. You did it perfectly the first time. You did the 2d6, then we just add your skill, which is 6. So that's
Okay.
14. It's a good thing you rolled again though, because you got those ones out of the way. You want to get as many of those ones out before it happens during when it matters. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you walk over and like, oh yeah, like this is entirely up your alley. So the good news,
sorry, had to say it.
Yes, right up his dark alley. Actually, no. Let's rephrase that. Let's rephrase the hell out of that.
I think we should never rephrase that, and we should use it repeatedly.
Agreed.
All right, we will repeatedly toss that down our dark alley, like a hot dog. There we go. I can make it worse. Don't think I
In a
can't.
dark hallway.
Making it worse.
All right, so you are able to identify that they are definitely whipping up some good old-fashioned sort of magic, sort of alchemy gumbos here. Unfortunately, can you go ahead and give me a 2d6 plus 5 real fast? And we'll say this is for your craft Skinner. So you can tell what they're making this out of.
Nice. What a hell of a roll.
All right. So you identify fur from a Gorax, which is it's not a big deal. That's a wild creature. You identify a horsehair. That's interesting. Now things kind of get bad because you're like, oh, well, this is a pharaoh, which is a sentient race. This is a bog trog, which is like what Flimbo is. And you notice there's a couple of bits in here that you're pretty sure came from fellow gator people.
Oh no.
So this is like not good. This is like what you would. This is the type of story that ends with someone waking up in a bucket full of ice or a bathtub full of
Missing
ice.
their kidneys. And then when they go to eat breakfast, they get welcomed by someone offering them chili made from their friends.
Yes, exactly like that episode of Hannibal that we all saw.
Yes.
Whatever's happening in here is that's not supposed to be happening anywhere near civilization.
Interesting. So, shit. So we got some crazy. There are. So it's weird because we got some bone grinders, which are the gator people, but we also have glassware from the. What did you say? The golden.
Order of the Golden Crucible.
Golden Crucible. So I wonder if they're either working together or if the bone grinders just stole some of that hardware. But either way, with like this basically people gumbo that just discovered, that's really bad news because it's like full of just like all sorts of like things it's not supposed to be full of. It's got a dash of Flimbo. It's got some other gator people in there. It's not the good kind of spices you want in a gumbo. It's all the bad kind of spices.
Yeah, this would be like if Rob Zombie directed Waiting.
It's all the worst chunks of everything you don't want chunks of.
Yeah, I really don't want to see the dick showing joke in that one.
Oh God!
Because in Waiting with the whole like Abraham Lincoln and all that.
Wait, was it a Batman? I forget.
Batwing, that's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I remember. I don't. I barely remember that.
Did that one?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
The Batwing.
So this gumbo just looks like a bunch of bat wings. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Not actual Batwings.
Oh, God. I just wanted treasure, and we're here on this cult crime scene.
Yeah. There's some bad shit happening here for sure. Should we check out this slab at the top part? Is that something that's actually in the room?
Is that a room or is that a slab?
That's a slab.
A slab.
There looks like there's something on it, including blood. Am I crazy there?
Yeah, you think you see a candle there.
Ooh, interesting. Anyone want to take a look at this?
I'm curious.
Oh yeah, let me get a picture of that real fast for you. Give me just a moment.
Yeah. I was gonna say if it's like an artifact or some kind of like ritualistic looking candle, then I'm thinking maybe Duncan can take a check at it. See, either do like a religion check or something to see if he can recognize what candle that might be, if it's related to some kind of like ceremony or something.
It's from Bed Bath and Beyond.
Perfect for your cult ceremony.
Yeah.
Apple cinnamon scented.
Yeah, it's apple
Yeah.
cinnamon.
To cover up the people gumbo smell.
Yeah. People gumbo.
5 stars. You can't even tell that I grounded up a bunch of gator people in flimbos. It's 100%. Just it's clean.
Flimbo.
Before we chop everybody up, should I use tropical sea breeze or holiday musk? I don't know which one.
Well, Vanilla Bean Noel's back.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Definitely that one. Especially to counter all the gumbo.
You gotta counter the combo.
All right, I'm going to just drop this as a map asset so you guys can see it.
Do it.
All right, you guys see it?
Whoa.
Oh, damn.
Dang.
That is
That is not.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I would say
Is
that.
that the candle? That's the
Yeah.
That's the candle.
oh, the
Candle.
Beyond part of Bed Bath and Beyond.
Like a
Okay.
Yeah.
demon baseball glove.
Yeah, that's the beyond. That's the beyond.
That's the beyond
Yeah.
part of it. Beyond.
So,
Oh, there's a whole new meaning.
so both Duncan and Yum identify what this is, but they have different takes on it. Yum recognized this as a hand of glory. This is a
Oh,
fetish that
shit.
bone grinders use. Duncan recognizes that this is some sort of profane bullshit made up by a devourer worship that is an affront to his god. Menoth does not approve of this. Of the many things that Menoth does not approve of is magical items made out of the hands of intelligent creatures.
Yeah. I can
Kind of
understand that.
So talk amongst
Yeah,
yourself.
Not cool.
I'm kind of into this thing.
I mean, this is-
I want to know more.
Whoa,
I mean, I
crack.
think we need to destroy it. Like, it's kind of
The stitch
offending
work
just
is
looking at this thing.
pristine. I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say
I.
that.
Are the candle fingers imposable? So, like, if one of the candle fingers goes out, you can just bend one of the other fingers to it to relight it?
That's it's a very important question. I think the answer is probably yes. But my question is, can we tell if it's in use currently or is it inactive?
It's not currently lit, no.
Cool.
Oh,
In
it's not
that
lit.
case, yeah,
It's
it
totally
could be
lit.
either. Yeah,
It's safe to
It's cool though.
They didn't provide a picture of an unlit one, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So it's lit in the way that it's really rad.
Yes.
split, bruh.
Well, I was gonna say, since Yum himself is a bone grinder, could he just take this with him and use it as the Hand of Glory? Because I think he can make those eventually, right?
I mean, he can take it, yeah. Is this what you want to take?
Oh,
You want to light it?
Wait,
Hold on,
I
I
have
gotta-
a question.
hold on, let me bring out my
And not
gator
like-
Zippo.
Yeah, I don't think you should light it yet because Duncan he wants to destroy it. So I mean, I think taking it at all is probably going to be like, you're not going to make good, you're not going to be on his good side if you just take this thing.
Yeah, I mean, bad things
I
might
wanna
happen
know
if
what-
you take this.
So I can decide which way I want to vote if we take it or leave it or use it right now. What is
I'm definitely. I would rather destroy it than use it because if we use it, someone's going to know we
What
used
does
it.
it do? I want to know.
I actually forgot what these do, but they're really good. That's all I remember is that they are really powerful in some way.
So I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to text or I'm going to message what this does
Mhm.
over to Yum, and then he can share with you as he wants.
I love the idea of a Bed Bath and Beyond selling otherworldly things as part of the
Same.
Oh, this is the Beyond part.
candles and like
Yeah.
Absolutely, this is the beyond part. Candle hands made for
yeah.
sentient creatures.
Candle hands.
I'm never gonna look at that name the same way again.
Seriously.
I've been looking at it that way for so many years.
I have a new project I want to work on for December.
Hmm.
You make a
Just I want to
candle?
get into some crafts, see if I can make a candle. Out of a human hand.
I just love this idea. Like I used to do like the wax hand candles as a kid at summer camp.
Mhm.
I want to make this now. That looks amazing.
Holy shit, you could totally make one of those wax hand candles
That's
with
cool.
like a wick in each finger. That'd
Yeah,
be
absolutely.
rad.
I could like carve out a little bit of it. I could literally give it stitching.
Oh.
Like I want to do this. That'd be a cool arts and crafts project.
Cool
for somebody
Halloween
who
decoration.
only made
Yeah.
For
candles
sure.
since I was before the age of 12. This will be great for me to just pick up and do now.
Only if you put it on your dinner table, and if any guest asks, you just say, "Yeah, I just found it. Found it in a shack in a swamp."
Yeah.
Of fucking course I would do that. It would be my centerpiece. That's what I'm thinking of for this thing.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah, and then when you're not having it lit, you can just go out and play some softball with it.
exactly. It's perfect.
I'll just leave it like I'll leave like a signed baseball in it.
All right, so you guys taking it, leaving it?
I mean, it seems like a good item. Hopefully, it doesn't bend Duncan Ames out of shape if I take it. We distract him, tell him to look out the window, and I'll just snatch it, and then we'll just say, "What candle?"
I mean, I'm not necessarily against that, but I will say that you don't want to piss off the gun priest because he's a gun priest. He eventually will have a mech he can control with his mind. So,
Do
if
you
you
want me to tell everybody what it does?
it's up to you. I mean,
That's up to you because they're not bone grinders. They don't.
Okay.
we don't, yeah, we have no idea.
They will have to take your word that it does what you say it does.
So you could lie about what it does to try to convince Duncan to keep it. You could be like, "Oh yeah, it's just it's a really cool coin pouch."
It's
What I'm saying
fancy
is-
incense,
Exactly.
patchouli flavored.
And then
It's like
by
the
the time,
idea of it being a coin pouch because it's literally just a hand, so you have to like hold it like a plate all the time with a couple of coins in the palm, and that's it.
true. But even if you do lie, there's no telling if you'll get away with it or not. But so that's the other thing.
The thing is how good it depends on how good the lie is.
Correct.
Well, if I take it, it makes me very powerful.
Yes. I agree.
So,
I trust my manservant to tell the truth. So
And I would totally be on board for having our Gator companion be an even more powerful Gator companion. But it depends, Duncan. Do you want... I know part of your religion is power, but are you okay with this profane object if it makes us stronger? Even if temporary? Even if, like, it's temporary?
I mean, yes, I love power, but I also, I want power for the right reason. And my power is used to take down the non-believers, which this is a non-believer artifact.
You got a point.
but
It's just like crazy non-believer artifact. Like,
Yeah, this is
They
like...
believe in something.
Using their powers against them is the best way to defeat
I
them.
mean, this could fall into the wrong hands, and they could probably really do some damage with it if it's powerful. So we need to
True.
destroy it before any of these crazy people in this building come back and get it.
True.
Could be
but I'm a giant gator boy, though. Nobody can take my stuff.
I suspect any of us would get our hands on it before any people outside of our group.
Yes.
True.
Well, that's
What
why we
if
should
we-
destroy it, so they don't have to worry about it.
What if we
Power.
take it for now, but destroy it later? Like, what if we take it just for the swamp to make sure that we're okay? Because we did just discover this, giant cultist thing.
What
And
if
as
what
long-
if I say that once we, complete our quests, I'll destroy it. Eh?
this has
Also
never gone
destroying
wrong
it
in a
now.
fantasy setting.
Well, destroying it now, how do we know it won't explode or come alive or do something crazy? Yum Chungus knows his magic glove hand dealies very well, so I trust him.
Well, I mean, that's the definition of destroying it. Like, no one's going to be able to use it because it's going to be dust.
Well, I guess the better question is, do we even know how to destroy it? Because I
Right.
believe that destroying it activates it in some way. Isn't that right? Yum?
Ah.
Yeah. Because I think there's... I'm not lying. I swear. but I do
Well,
think that, yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to say we probably don't want to destroy it.
Gotcha. Because isn't
Well,
that part of the ritual, is destroying it?
We probably shouldn't destroy it.
maybe you should let me hold on to it then, so I can make sure that no one is able to
Use
take
it?
it or use it in a a way that's not.
But do you know how to handle the hand correctly?
I mean,
I know
I
how
don't
to put
know
it
if
in my
I carry
bag.
this thing with his bony fingers. It'll scratch into you. I got a giant pouch that I can just throw this thing in.
Yeah, but I got a giant ass cross,
I could wear it.
which will cancel out any of the bad like energy that's coming out of it.
It might make a nice hat for me.
A hand hat.
That will.
If only we had some
Yeah.
underpants to put on.
If only.
Sorry, Duncan. Aren't you an ends justifies the means kind of guy?
I mean, generally speaking, yes, but something like this is just,
If we're
it's
going to
hard,
get more
it's hard to wave on.
powerful, that
Yeah.
just allows us to get closer to our goal of defeating the whatevers, the non-believer dudes, and that's what you want.
Yes, I wanted to get more powerful, but that goes against all the vows that I made when I was a young gun priest boy.
It's true.
Learning the ways of the temple.
If we don't destroy it, it's already been made. What more sins are happening because it's already been made? All the sins have already been used up to make it. So now it's all, no more sins to use it, right?
I would be more comfortable with Yum Chungus handling the hand than Duncan.
What
Because
if
Yum Chungus knows his way around a hand-gloved candle.
there is a point to that, I will say, in that, like, if someone untrained uses it at all, like even carries it, who knows if you accidentally activate it? Because there is, like, parts of the ritual to use this thing that we aren't familiar with. So it might be safer for all of us if we, A, decide not to destroy it because that might be part of the ritual, and then B, keep it safe with someone that knows how to keep it safe until we learn how to destroy it. And it's not that I'm against Duncan hold on to it. It's more just I am against someone that doesn't know whatever, how to activate it holding on to it. I'd rather it be with someone that we don't end up, like, pulling the pin on the grenade, so to speak.
I concur.
I mean, does that make sense to you, Duncan?
I mean, I guess it doesn't seem like you guys are gonna listen to me, and this is all gonna end up bad for all of us. But
well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is I want it not to end up bad for all of us. And if the choice is either you or Yum holding on to it, doesn't it make sense to give the weapon to someone that knows how to use it? So someone can't either A, use it against you, or B, you accidentally arm it in some way. Like, that's the only point I'm making. I'm not against anyone having this thing. I just want to make sure that whoever has it in our party, it's the right person for now. Because this could change. It's only for now. If we've decided we can't destroy it at this moment because it's too dangerous when activated, then the next question is who just hangs on to it for now. And my question is just who would that be safest with? If we want to,
plus we could fall back to the compromise of destroying it when we get back to the McManor instead of destroying it here.
Exactly.
If the expert says the expert should hold on to it, then the expert should hold on to it.
But at the same time, Duncan is crazy religious, so experts be damned. I'm all for Duncan holding on to it. I'm not against that. I just want to know if we think that's safe. That's all. If everyone thinks that's safe, then it couldn't hurt, but maybe Yum, you want to work out some kind of deal with him. If Duncan holds it for now, you can destroy it later. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
The other option, if we can't convince Duncan, we could do Duncan's plan of distracting him and taking it away.
Well, that's true, but I mean, I will say that in my experience, you don't want to piss off your own party members too much because, I mean, this story can literally go any direction, and it could include Duncan going to the dark side, and now every session we have is running against us. I'm not saying I want that to happen. I'm just saying it could happen.
Don't give him any ideas. Come on.
Yeah. So just because we're all on the same team now doesn't mean something pretty fucking bizarre won't happen later, where all of a sudden we're like fighting against each other.
All right. Well, here's the other thing.
Yeah.
This apparently, I'll share this.
Okay.
Apparently, it deteriorates its abilities.
Oh.
After being created. So here's the thing. I could either keep it and use it when necessary, or you let Duncan carry it, and it eventually will deteriorate
and stop
rendering it useless.
Smart. That might be the best bet this time around. Though, how about this? Duncan, would you agree that if we're in a really shitty situation and this thing still has power, you can loan it to Yum to use? Or would that be just unacceptable? If it's life or death for all of us, and unless he uses it, would you be cool if he uses it?
I mean, if it's pretty dire, I might consider it.
Okay. What about you, Yum? Does that sound reasonable?
I'm gonna be the responsible gator for now, and think of the party over
Over the self.
over the gator.
I will say, I want to see you rock one of these because I remember as soon as I was looking at your character, I was like, I can't wait till you get one of these. So seeing that there's one now, I really want that to happen. But I agree with you, Yum. I think that we should be responsible this time around and let Duncan hang on to it and see what happens. And then sometime in the future we could be like, hey, we let you hang on to that one time.
I think that's great for us to use. And then also, I really like the idea of us like turning around like next week or so, and like you're just like, oh look, I made one.
Yeah. You studied it and you figured out its secrets. Cool. Well, all right, yeah. If that's the case, I'm cool with Duncan grabbing it for now.
Duncan's grabbing it. All right, I'll go ahead and toss that in his sheet.
I'm saying, is that cool with everyone else?
Yeah, I'm disappointed in for my manservant, but
I am as well. I think overall this is the right thing to do.
Well, Menoth thanks you for your generosity, young Chungus. It will not be forgotten.
Did you say young Chungus or young Chungus?
Or young Chungus.
Young Chungus.
I know it would have worked in this context.
It's good not to piss off too many gods. Let's keep Menoth on our side. Maybe he'll come in to kick some devour worm ass. Okay, cool. Is there so now you got that awesome item. Is there anything else we want to check out in here? It looks like is there any you want to look at some tables and chairs?
Well, I know it was mentioned that the footprints were pretty prominent.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a check we can do to see if they lead to anything interesting, or if they, if there's anything determined from their path through the room?
Yeah, I can investigate the tracks or something.
They're just kind of meandering around. So it looks like this is they use this area, and then maybe you're here for a few hours or a day or two, and then get out.
I definitely want to rummage through the stuff and see what alchemy things I can take.
Sure.
Doesn't Yum have some like tracking abilities or something?
Big time. I was gonna say, is there anything we should inspect in here to see if there's any kind of like secrets? Like hidden passageways or compartments or anything?
Or like a fireplace where they might have burned some evidence.
You're not seeing a fireplace. Or at least, you see one to the south, let's say, as I identify one on the map. But you don't find anything in there other than ash, which is what you would expect to find in a fireplace because of the fire.
That does make sense.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Just looking for more of the beyond.
Can I take the gator fur blood rug?
Actually, Sonny, you find 25 gold worth of alchemy equipment in there that you can figure out later on. That you're going to salvage out of that. Yum, you find a similar amount of various bone grinder bits and pieces of stuff.
Nice.
So that'll be part of your homework. And I think you guys will actually do this one because since it gives you things.
Wait, what did I get then?
So basically with your character class, you can make bone grinder items. So it's kind of like, remember how you were going to put stuff in a pot and like throw it out during the battlefield?
Mm-hmm.
So you can basically do that with field alchemy during a battle, or you can use bone grinding outside of a battle to make really cool items and artifacts that you can then take.
So I can make one of these things in my thing?
Yeah, correct. You could basically make a Hand of Glory. Once you're high enough level. I don't think you're high enough yet, but you're close. There are, however...
I can make what's on here, though. I can make like simple acid, simple smoke stimulant. That's what I can make. Ooh, stink gas? Mm.
Yeah. But even more than that, though, dude, you can actually make a whole bunch of different bone grinder artifacts. The ones you're seeing right there, like the simple gas, that's mostly field alchemy. So you can do that like literally during the middle of a turn. You can be like, I gather material, I roll to gather material, and then I roll to make a smoke bomb. And then the next turn you can like throw it. You can do that right now as well. You can totally look at these mats for those items. But there is a separate list, not on your character sheet, of just a bunch of really cool bone grinder stuff. If it's cool with you, I'm just going to send you a picture of the page so you can just take a look at the stuff you can make. Yeah. All right. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. No
Something like that. And I was wondering, so then field alchemy, that's not different than traveling alchemy, like the traveling alchemy kit that I have?
Actually, they're both identical technically. Field alchemy is just one school of normal alchemy that you have, Sesh. The normal alchemy, you basically have to do outside of combat, basically make bombs and all that fun stuff. And then when you're in combat, you can just throw them on your turns. The biggest difference is field alchemy, you can literally use, quote, in the field, whereas normal alchemy is, alchemy. You just have to make it wherever. So what's cool is that with your kit, Sesh, you can literally make bombs that you can use in battle wherever, and those bombs are going to be more powerful than the ones that Sin can make during combat. But both have their uses, and are a little bit more he can just crank them out on the fly, and yours are more you just have to think ahead. But there's a lot of stuff you can make with alchemy that isn't just weapons, but all the cool stuff at level 1 is weapons. So yeah, of course you're going to want to look at that shit right now.
Yeah, no, I'll take that page too. And in my head, in this particular world, all kinds of drugs and moonshine and bath salts.
Oh yeah, exactly. So you can even, I'm sure, make some weird shit like that if you want to make some kind of crazy, custom drug or something. You could 100% just do that. But if you want, Sesh, I'll find the basic alchemy list somewhere, and I can show you just kind of a range of stuff you could probably make.
Yeah, so between the alchemy ingredients, compounds, and the actual equipment, you find 25 gold worth of stuff you can mix and match from that.
Cool.
And then there's not a good price list for the bone grinder stuff. You can find enough to build one fetish from the stuff that you
hell
got.
Yeah. Let's talk about what our next move is.
Well, I believe so far we have had Brass, Duncan, and Sunny describe what as they go through the swamp. So that leaves Trevolg and Yumchungus. So let's send you all back to the actual swamp itself. Give me just a moment. Not that one.
Yeah, sure.
Other swamp. See, this would be easier if I knew what I was doing.
But you can still know what you're doing better than us. And
Yeah, we can't tell you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I had no idea.
No, I had this
boat.
I had the discussion last time where I'm just making this stuff up. I mean, I've read the rule book, but I was stoned during it, so none of it's my brain's very smooth. It's just right off the top. All right.
Better to be stoned when you're studying or stoned when you're teaching?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Trevolg, you're up next.
Ooh. So are we gonna leave the shack?
You
Or
have
am I
yes,
just
you
gonna talk about the swamp. So we've all left the shack then.
You've left the murder shack.
Awesome. Okay, so outside, what I want. Okay. There's some interesting cult shit going on in the swamp. There's also likely some interesting cult shit going on in the burger joint. We still haven't found the lock boxes, so let's go search for the lock boxes. So I'm gonna go to. Where I am. I've left the cabin, and I'm walking towards the tallest, what I think are mangrove trees. And I just got to the first one, and I'm just looking around the area.
Looking around the area. So you're the one who had. So you're the one who had the drug-fueled spirit vision.
Correct.
About green demons grabbing at your legs.
Yep.
Duncan threatened to torture the Walt to get this information. This area kind of matches where Walt described.
Excellent. Okay, so this is where Walt was when he thinks he dropped the lockbox. Okay, So in that case, I'm gonna start like just kind of slowly sloshing through the swamp with my big ass troll feet, seeing if I can kick into anything that's like metal. Clearly not natural swamp material. So I guess is that like a I don't know what that would be, a search check, or is there a walking check I can do?
You're pretty sure this is the area, so I want everyone to pick a number between 1 and 50. Let's go around real fast. Brass, what do you got? I'll set up the next map.
42.
All right. Duncan?
17.
All right. Sunny?
I'm going with 22.
22. All right. Trevolg?
69.
That
Totally
is
within 1 and 50.
that is absolutely something Trevolg would say. And then finally, Yum. What do we got?
I love how he allows it.
We're gonna do Samhain.
I'm sorry. What?
You said Samhain?
Sally?
Samhain.
Samhain. 7. Samhain.
Seven.
7.
So,
Okay.
Justin, you're amazing.
Someone picked 42. You were the closest. I think that was Brass, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the nerd number.
All right. Your foot just slammed into a lockbox.
All right.
So everyone,
nice.
position yourself where you were on this map.
What's that?
Position yourself around this and this. You guys should. Yeah.
By this funky looking tree. Right up here.
I don't know where I was on this map.
Oh, I just dropped you guys
I
there,
think
so
he
you
was
guys
just
can.
saying where I found the lockbox.
It's wherever you want to be.
Yeah.
All right. So, I did push a button. I'm not sure what it. Okay, everyone moved themselves back to where they wanted to be.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Am I standing in the water? Probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna stand on top of this stump and be on lookout.
Good call.
So
Oh, now I hear it.
the stuff that looks like water is water. So that is gonna count as, I know, crazy, right? That's gonna count as difficult terrain. So that's gonna slow you down.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll go with
Okay.
So your foot thumps into a lockbox.
All
And
right.
that's pretty good.
Mhm.
But
That's
the problem is you made noise.
That's
okay.
bad. Uh-oh.
And that brings attention.
Thing. Okay.
Specifically, that brings attention to these things
no.
that just
Oh, wow.
emerge out of everywhere.
Oh, joy.
Mm.
Those bog goblins?
Gig
No,
and Razorbacks.
That
there's skigs. Skigs are, think of like a rat the size of a medium-sized dog that loves gunpowder. Like it'll eat it until it explodes, literally.
Think of acid bombs.
Mm.
I like acid bombs.
They don't eat them as much. They just love blasting powder.
Okay.
Does it hurt them?
Because
Oh yeah, it'll hurt them.
Cool.
And then razor bats are like bats but razory.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Sure.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
Mhm.
And you guys are
Razors.
fighting.
A whole swarm of razorbacks. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Is a badass skig stronger than a damn skig?
Yes.
Okay.
Borderlands rules.
So
Although the badass skig only has one G in its name, so I feel like that should deduct from its power.
It should have at least 4 G's on it.
That's like a penalty to a lack of G.
all right, well, just for that, it now has a second here.
You're gonna add more G's, aren't you?
You better.
gonna make it stronger.
Oh, I hear a lot. That's a lot of,
Something's
that's a lot of
happening.
clicking.
That's
a lot
that's
of
not
clicking.
good.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
Too many G's.
That's right. It's now 5G enabled. It's going to give you the COVID.
What have you done? No.
A 5G skid.
5G skig. All right. All right.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to actually add everyone from the map into initiative, and then we're going to roll initiative. This is going to take a minute.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice.
Hey, there it is.
There's
my
on that.
one. got my one out of the way. Woo! All right, so we got 1 plus 3, so I'm at 4. Really high up there.
You should have an initiative higher than 4.
Oh, my
I was
bad.
saying,
I'm an idiot.
Initiative, not intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 13. Sorry. I saw INT. Clearly, I do have a 3 for intelligence.
Yeah, no, Travolg's our special boy. He's our good boy who's just a
good boy.
fucking mess. Duncan, what do we got? 16. Sunny.
Nice.
Okay, I think I know who's going first.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yum. 3 plus, what's your
11.
initiative? 3 plus 11, so 14.
11.
All right, and finally Brass.
No.
16's not bad. All right, so start combat. Sunny, you get to go first.
Okay, so I'm definitely thinking AoE explosion of sorts.
Yeah.
Probably towards this group of 3 that's closest to us. Is that too close to us for my explosions?
It's right away from us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which ones are you talking? Are you talking about the 5G skig?
Badass Sig. I was looking at Badass Sig for the ones that are closer to us.
Nice.
As an alternative, I could go with a damn Sig too.
A whole swarm of bats.
So, which AoE weapon do you plan on deploying here?
Well, you said they like gunpowdery stuff, but I do have, so I have ashes. That doesn't seem like it'd work. Cinder doesn't seem like it work. I'm debating between acid, like just trying to kill them, or my knockout bomb.
Ooh.
Is there like a different, like chance of success or like AoE size of either of those? Yeah, I basically just want to use the biggest AoE I have. I mean, if I can do something like just also throw one of the random things I happen to find in the building, assuming that it's going to help the explosion be bigger, I'd love to do that as well.
Well, so all of your
So you wanna
bombs
offer
are
them
AoE
first?
3.
Because if you throw it at the Razor Bat, you could get the badass skig and most likely maybe a bit of the swarm of bats if it deviates a little bit to the left.
Also, I think you're close enough to me for my bonus, the tactical bonus this time. Maybe,
Ooh,
which
that's
is plus
right.
1 AT / damage, party and command range.
nice. Does that
Ooh, yeah,
count
that
for
sounds
bombs,
pretty
or is
good.
it only for normal attacks? Yeah, that thing is
I don't know.
rad, honestly. Like, having you near us makes us, like, just more likely to whoop ass.
Is that plus 1 to hit?
Yeah, I
Um,
want to
what is
say
it?
it's either plus to hit or it's
it
plus
just
to
says
damage.
plus 1 AT / damage.
So, yeah, I
Okay,
think it's...
plus 1 damage.
Yeah, exactly. I think so. Unless attack... Is attack 2 hit, MC?
Attack will be 2 hit, yes.
Gotcha. Okay, so then it is 2 hit and damage? Because it says / damage?
Yes.
So you'll get
Wow,
plus
so
1.
that's to both.
Oh, nice.
That does sound pretty good. Okay, so is the group thinking I should go for Razorbat next to Badass?
That's kind of what I'm thinking, just to be safe, knowing what happened last time.
True. I mean, would I'm sorry, I missed the pings. Would I also be able to hit Damn Sig, like if I aimed at Badass instead of Razorbat? Or would that be a little bit too close for comfort?
Well, if we're holding shift and making it 30 feet.
Mhm.
If you aim for the razor bat on the right, you'll definitely hit the 5G skig.
Mhm.
And then the swarm of bats is like 40 or like 34, 36 away from the razor bat.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, let's aim at Razorbat and see what I can kill with my acid bomb.
Yeah. Acid those bats.
All right, so you will make a thrown attack against it.
And then that's would that be her alchemy skill, or is that her like unarmed skill? Or
Yeah, it'll be your prowess, not poison.
gotcha.
Oh, I see, like under the agility, like the PRW under agility, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 4.
That's good. Because that's a better stat to add. So it would just be 2d6 plus 4 then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Nice.
All right, not the
Nice.
worst.
Oh damn!
not the worst.
Hell yeah!
That's a crit, right?
Okay.
Can you
So
crit
that
with a throw?
is-
Because holy shit, that is a crit.
That is a crit. So that will
Hey,
actually...
look at that.
That may actually give us some continuous effect here. But let's see if it hits first.
Ooh.
Plus 12? No. That's 12. Can you get... Is there anything else you can get more out of there?
Oh, it's plus 1 because
Yeah. The +1 because of him, and oof. I'm trying to think what I have.
so that would make it 13. You can also use a feat point to add an extra d6, right, to the
Ooh.
roll.
I was considering doing that. I want to do that because I want to start off
Yeah.
strong. This is a lot of little
Yeah.
enemies
Yeah.
at a distance right now, and I want to take care of them while they're at a distance, since that's how I prefer to fight. So I do want to use a fleet point for that.
Okay, go ahead and... Let me see here. So normally when you use feat points is you would declare that before. But what you can do is you can re-roll that. You can re-roll that.
But it's already a crit. No.
Oh.
Yeah, there's also a miss. So that, or you can see where deviation takes it.
Oh, that's right. Hey, we already compensated for deviation, so I'd say just roll the deviation, and it stays a crit, right? Even though it deviates.
Yeah, but there's no. Let me see. The grenades, I do not believe have any critical effects on
Perks?
them.
Gotcha.
So on the grenades, it has to be over 12 to be a hit.
To be
Well-
right on target.
Yeah, to be right on target. So now, if you want to just roll for deviation, give me the direction. Go ahead and give me a 1d6 for direction.
So when we were decided to target the Razorbat, this is why. Is because when you throw an item or even shoot at something, if you don't pinpoint hit it accurately, it'll deviate from the target, and there's a chance you'll throw it somewhere else. So that's all Sesh did, but it's not going to deviate too far, and it's likely not going to deviate in a way that'll damage us, which is why we were aiming near the Razorbat.
Right, yeah.
So that was an overthrow. So
Wait, mine? It's supposed to be the 13, not 12, though, right?
Yeah. So 13 still doesn't hit, out of curiosity.
no, 13 will
And
not
then
hit.
I just did the deviation.
Okay.
Wow.
So now let's see how far it goes. Roll me a 1d3. So just roll a d6 and
Oh,
we'll
what was the
figure out where it
hotkey
goes.
for? I'm looking. Oh, hold on. 1d3. We don't have a dice thing on the bottom of the chat. That's a 3. Is it
Just
just
roll a
slash
d6
3?
then.
Yeah, we do.
I got a 3, so it's pretty fair.
3. All right, so that's going to be 2 inches
different.
right ahead. So that would take it
Oh.
2. So it actually lands like a little bit over here past the map. So it only catches the badass skig. But he is all the way underneath it. So go ahead and roll damage. 2d6 plus, I believe it's a POW 14. Let me check here.
Yeah. So it's not going to hit the original Razorbat either?
No, it only hits the one that you threw.
Gotcha.
And you said this was a cinder bomb or an acid bomb?
Acid.
Oh.
Acid. Okay, yeah, POW 12. 2d6 plus
So
12.
2d6, 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shitload of damage. Yeah.
Woohoo.
Ooh, that's pretty good. So that's 19 versus an arm of.
Is that with my extra point too?
Wow. Now it is.
Okay.
Ooh, boy, this poor son of a bitch. Yeah, so this is like a Looney Tune effect where like it's standing there and then all of a sudden it just kind of turns into a skeleton where it was. And the skeleton chitters for like just a second and then collapses.
Nice hit, Sonny. Hell
great
yeah.
visual.
Hell
Yeah, that thing is.
It was the 5G skig or the Razorback?
That was the 5G skig?
That was the 5G skig. It's insanely dead.
We now
Nice.
no longer have to worry about the Rona.
Killed every G, and that's it.
It's extremely upsetting that grenade does that, but my aim is so bad.
Hey, we got one of them. That's all that matters. So freaking slam dunk as far as I'm concerned.
There was this really cartoony moment in the first Spider-Man movie when the Green Goblin throws grenades at
Yes.
some like politicians or something.
Yes.
It felt really dark compared to the rest of the movie because they just turned to skeletons and collapsed, and then everyone just moved on from that.
It was like
Yeah, it's like super cartoony and it's also like
for the world, like the Mars Attacks death.
Horrifying.
Mars Attacks is the thing that showed me that cartoon violence can be horrifying.
Yes, absolutely.
Such a cartoony, horrifying movie. I love it.
Okay, so does Sunny want to do anything else to ruin the encounter that I created?
What am I welcome to do right now? Like, I'm kind of leaning towards trying to make another bomb, but have it with more of an AoE if possible. But other than that, I'm not sure what I could do.
Well, you've already used your action to blow up that poor skig. You performed your full action, which is throwing a grenade at that poor skig. You can move if you want. So you can move up to your speed stat in inches times 5. So
Oh, interesting. I want to go more towards the middle of our group. So I'm a little, so I could toss things over their heads at the enemies. So I'm going to cower away a little bit with our group as fleshy shields.
yeah, so each point of speed you have will move you 5 feet. So you
I think,
have plenty.
Yeah, I definitely have enough room. I guess I'll move towards
I'd say
maybe between Travlog and Duncan, like that little
that's what I
area.
was thinking. It's a nice tree here. It's safe.
Yeah, I want to move towards the tree. Maybe I could climb it a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
That might. Well, no, they're bats. They can fly. Never mind. I'll just use the tree.
However, if you hop on that log between them, that would give you elevation if you have to shoot at more rats with your pistol.
That's true.
Yes, let's do that. I'm gonna move my character that way.
I have a feeling Duncan's going to claim that log as his pistol stoop, but we'll see.
I'm so little. I mean, maybe I could just kind of be standing close
You
to
can like
between his
stand under
legs.
my legs, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, if he spreads out his legs out a little bit, I should be able to fit just fine.
That's exactly where you want someone firing defensively from, just like right between your legs. There's
100%.
no way
Okay,
that
yeah,
could
maybe
go
that's
wrong.
better.
No, as long as my aim is true.
I mean, the Church of Menoth doesn't have a tradition of eunuchs, but they can make an exception. All right. Next up is going to be the Big Skig. It is going to charge Yum Chungus. And it is...
Oh god.
So it definitely has a room, so it's going to be right there. And it is going to make some attacks.
No.
Not allowed.
2d6 plus 5. So it's going to be 14 versus your defensive stat of Yum, and I am pulling that up right now. Your defense is 10, so this is going to hit you.
Oh no!
And then it is. The good news is it's POW. It doesn't hit you for much. It's POW 1.
Nice.
But since this is a big one, it does get a boosted attack roll.
Oh no!
And then it gets an additional dice from charging. So 13 versus. So this thing just like slams into you, and it takes a great big bite out of like the corner of your coat. It gets nothing. It gets you are minorly inconvenienced by this thing charging you.
You're like, that's cute.
Yeah, and that will end its turn. This is going real bad for the bad guys.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right. Speed 6.
There is a boss, though, I noticed.
Yeah, so this thing is going to.
But we saw him before.
Exactly.
Oh,
This is going to fly over to there, and that's its entire activation. It had to book it to get to you. And boy, is its arms tired.
Oh! Oh!
Oh,
I'm surrounded by skigs and razorbacks.
a whole swarm of them.
A whole swarmo.
Swarmo.
I want to go up by that stoop. It looks cool up there.
Yeah, right? Let's all
That's
hang
the
out.
place
at
to
the
be, man.
No,
Stoop.
I'm down here with all the. I'm down here
Stoop
with
in
all
it.
the skigs and razorbacks. You guys are up there on the stoop.
Gotta be stupid instead of skigging.
I know. Stupid.
so this thing is going to fly up to here, and it is actually going to
Razorback 2?
screech. Yep, Razorback 2. It is actually going to screech at Duncan,
The stoop.
Sunny, and Trevolg. So,
Screech.
Stoop. That sounds like a
That's like a fucking new metal song.
Yeah,
Screech
prog
to the
rock
stoop.
band.
all right. So, is anyone on the stoop? Do you have a defense of 8 or lower?
No,
I'm good.
14.
11.
Everyone's good. Okay, so it's
This is 15.
all right. So it's just being an annoying little scream pig right now.
At this point, I'm really surprised that the acid death didn't just scare them all off.
These are really incompetent swamp creatures, I gotta say.
Well, one of them just charged you, so let's see what happens. All right. Come on, swamp critter. All right.
Swamp critter.
13 versus your defense for brass.
Alright, where do I find that again?
That is going to be the defensive skill. Should be like middle of the first sheet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, 12 for me.
Hey, this one hit you. This incompetent swamp creature.
Oh, man. I was talking
It hit-
to
See,
Smash, so
you took
You took.
that.
Yep.
deserve it.
It
Yeah,
might
this
have
is-
damaged you, though.
Yep. So this is.
Take a bite of nothing. Take a bite of nothing. Yes.
Is your armor? Is that lower than 8?
Loading my screen. And 13.
Okay, so you're wrestling with this thing. Very dramatic, very exaggerated motions. For some reason, saying "bam," "pow," "zap," just appearing in the air around you. But neither of you are in danger.
All right. Perfect.
All right, Duncan is up.
I can hear
Sound
the
effects.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to.
I'm gonna bullseye some swamp rats in your T86.
I'm going. Well, I'll go. I'll go for the razor bat too, because if I go for the other guy, it's gonna hit someone, right? Because I can miss.
Yeah, if they're in melee,
Correct.
it's you have to roll to see who you hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Can
actually, not anymore because you're within command aura, and that and one of his abilities removes that. I'm pretty sure.
That's right.
Yeah, there's is it something command that means when you're firing into friendly territory, you don't have to roll to you hit?
Would that be under the benefits and abilities?
It should be under yes.
Battlefield coordination.
Or coordination. Yeah, no fire into melee penalty.
There you go. So yeah, right next to do whatever the fuck you want. You can
Right.
shoot it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Okay, I'll attack the damn Scrig, whichever the one is in first.
That's not
With the 5G one.
All right, do I already have your character sheet pulled up? All right, go ahead and you're going to use your hand cannon.
Yes.
All right, you definitely have the range. So just 2d6 plus 6.
Sweet.
Hey, that's a crit, right?
Okay, then he gets +1. I don't think he doesn't have any critical effects yet, but since he's a priest of Menoth, I'm sure he's going to add fire to that as soon as he can. And that.
Hey, dog.
That hits. So now roll 2d6 plus 12 for damage.
Yes! Annihilate that bat! So 20. 7 plus 12 plus 1.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yep. Let's see if there's any chance of no. No, it does not. Okay, so this is the one that's wrestling with brass gun sword right now. So it's all of a sudden boom appears above both of them. They both look up kind of confused, and then the skig just evaporates. Like
boom.
It's like something out of like a Blomkamp film. There's just bits and pieces of it raining everywhere. So we can go ahead and remove him because he is insanely dead.
Yay! My favorite kind of dead.
All right, Dunk. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I think I'm gonna stand on this log.
Use a quick action to flip him off.
Flip what off? There's bits of rat raining down, and there will be for days.
There's a mist cloud of dead rat he needs to give the finger to.
Flip off on this.
Just kidding. Climb on that log. Make it your fucking Glock stop.
If it were possible at all for me to like cower under that rug that's already covered in blood so I don't get more blood sprayed all over me, that'd be nice. You know, if it's possible.
I mean, you're in a swamp. You're fighting rats and bats. You're gonna get bits on you.
Mm-hmm. We're already pretty dirty.
That's fair.
Bits of skin.
I accept.
Yeah, I mean, but you're close enough to Trevolg that like most of it's probably gonna land on him first, kind of like a lightning rod for intestines.
Yep. Just all sorts of detritus and meat like byproduct all usually fall on me. I'm used to it. I'm like a magnet for that shit.
Ew.
All right, Brass is up.
Hey. All right, so I have a question. So I'm looking at my sheet, and I'm wondering if it always makes sense for me to go ranged versus melee just because of how these numbers lay out. I'm trying to understand these numbers a little more. So my sword cannon has 60 range, 4 rat, and 10 pow. What's rat?
Rat is your ranged attack ability.
Okay.
So
you'll
to
roll
actually hit with that, right?
You'll roll 4 to try to 4 plus 2d6 is your chance of hitting it. So it's that versus their defense. Pow
so
is how
that's
much
my
damage
range,
it does.
Okay. But if I look at my melee, my sword cane is 6 mat and 6 P plus S, and my sword cannon is 4 mat and 7 P plus S. So, like, how should I determine what's right to use for the situation? As far as just what's better, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is personal preference. You could get in there and start whacking them with your sword cannon, or you could just start taking shots at a distance. I think that right now, since they're still somewhat away from you and there's a gap, that I would just start taking pot shots personally. I think
there's definitely a distance scenario. I guess I just had this question before that. Should I always be trying to opt for distance because those numbers look better, or is there ever a time where I should really be going for melee?
I was trying to make your character so you're going to start at a distance, and then when you want, you can use that move that lets you shoot and charge an attack. Then that'll close the gap, and then you can just start swinging your sword. With the idea being that you can do that to like break up enemies, but also attack them from a range. So where you are now, I'd say probably just attack from a distance. I think that, although correct me if I'm wrong, he's less likely to hit with a ranged weapon, and he's more likely to hit them with a close range attack with the sword cannon, correct?
Yeah, so the higher MAT for melee attack, more likely to hit. However, your sword cannon, POW 10, does basically like an extra dice of damage compared to what you're going to see from your melee weapon.
Correct.
Okay.
So they're kind of balanced in how that works, in that you're less likely to hit them at range, but if you do, you're going to evaporate them kind of like did. But if you want to guarantee hit them, get in close, hit them with your sword, you just might not do as much damage. But it's more likely to actually, hit them.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thanks for the extra info there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so I wanna protect my buddy Chungus because I saw his nice coat got bit, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna shoot the big skig.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my boy right there. So.
Good call.
And then, okay, so can you remind me how to use this?
That'll be
cannon?
2D to shoot is going to be 2d6 plus 4.
Yeah, it works. Okay. Holy shit.
Oh,
badass. Okay. Yeah.
There we go. Right, perfect. All right. So that is 11 versus, let's see what his defense is. That is not quite enough. It's going, unless you're going to use a feat point to reroll, it's going to miss.
I'd be cool with that if you want to start strong. Pop a feat point to try a better shot.
All right, why not? Let's do it. I'm feeling lucky.
Now, if you forfeit your... Now, wait, are you forfeiting your movement? Because you can get 2 to your ranged attack doing that.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. So if you're not planning on moving, you're basically just like lining up your shot, you're taking your aim, you forfeit your movement, you'll get +2 to your ranged attack.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
Okay. So should I do that and apply that to the previous roll, or use my feat point to do on the new roll?
You would still miss on the previous roll.
Okay.
Oh,
still
shit.
miss. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. And that's with my extra +1 as well?
Wait, you're aiming at the big one?
Yeah, the big
the big skig, yeah.
Okay. Big skig. Let's see. So this, because it's big, it gets -1 defense. That would put the defense at 14. -1, 13. So you get +2, so that would be 3 + 4 is 7, +4 is 11, +2 is 30. You hit.
Nice.
If you forfeit your movement. And in the future, you're going to need to declare that you're forfeiting your movement before you start doing this.
Ahead of time, yeah.
Okay, I remember that.
That's
Yeah,
good for all of us, because, yeah.
Yeah, anyone with
has
a...
range, yeah.
Yep.
And that gives you what? +2?
+2.
That's huge,
okay, cool.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to just make it
good to know.
that. Yeah, seriously.
All right, in which case, roll damage, which is 2d6 + 10.
Okay. Hey, why not?
Not bad. That'll do some damage.
That does... Let me see, what's an armor? Oh no, he's going to armor bonus for being big. He gets... Oh my god, his armor is worse for being big.
All right.
Yes!
Ooh. All right, so that's an arm 3. That is 13. Rest in peace, Big Skig.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yay. I got you.
Big Yeah, so Big Skig like just catches it right between the eyes.
You got
And
That's what
just-
he gets for. That's what he gets for chewing on my coat.
Yep,
Yeah.
Right.
just drops. A little bit of coat still hanging from his mouth.
Oh,
More critters.
All right, and since you sacrificed your movement, that will actually end your turn.
Alrighty.
This Razorbat is going to move over to here, staying over the water where it's a little harder to get to, and it is also going to screech at you three again.
Stop.
stop the screechings.
So it kind of sounds like the opening strains of that song Panama. So ooh, is 11 going to break anyone's arm defense? And I'm thinking the answer is no.
Ooh.
Actually, wait, Travolga's low.
Yeah, mine's like 11 or 10, I think.
Yeah,
11,
let's see here.
so just misses.
No, that's 11.
Yeah, didn't you say 10?
4 plus 1 plus 6 is 11.
11, never mind. So yes.
But I
It
think
hits.
Duncan, I think the other two are okay.
Dep 14.
That's
Yeah.
12.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's see what this does. Sonic Screech, and it's not a critical, so it's just going to be 6 plus 2d6. What's your arm, Rich?
14.
14. This fails to do anything.
I'm a thick boy.
You're too thick. You listen to too much swamp country. Big fan of whatever the KNIX variant
they
out
call it.
there. Yep, swamp grass.
Yeah, swamp grass.
Swamp Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah, unfortunately, the blowfish ate Hootie and then swam
Oh,
off.
no. Now it's just a full blowfish.
And
It's called blowfish.
It's just called blowfish.
it's called criminal murderer.
It is. Oh shit.
And that will do it for that. Razorback King, come on, Razorback King. You gotta. Someone has to bleed that's not them. This one is going to. This one's going to move up to there. And it's going to screech at Yum.
No, Yum!
Damn it.
Cover your ears! Your delicate gator ears.
Save me, Swamp Hootie.
So once again, we are going to do. It is 2d6 plus 4 still. That is going to be.
11?
Yep. 11 versus Yum's armor. Let me check that real fast. Armor is 14, or I'm sorry, 11 versus your defense. So this also hits because you have a
Nice.
defense of 10. So this is going to be.
Oh,
It's-
critical fail.
It's pissed you off because it's
Wow.
8 versus an armor of 14.
We are getting so fucking lucky this time. I think it's making up for last time.
Yeah, your Yum is just a big, thick, strong boy getting screeched
I think
at.
it makes a big difference when I don't just drug our sentient enemies.
You
all
haven't
the
given
time.
all these you haven't given all these bats like batnip.
Back down.
I'm still considering
It's
it.
not.
so.
It's never a bad idea.
Oh, yeah. Maybe if there's like 1.5 left. I'll do that for funsies.
Oh, you guys already murdered this guy, so we're gonna get rid of him. So now it's time for the whole swarm of Razorbats. So this thing is already on
Big ol'
top
swarm.
of you. I'm trying to remember if swarms have anything special.
No worries. I will say that I will have to get going in about 10 minutes.
All right, I don't think they're going to survive another round. Let's go fast. All right. So This one is going to... So this one gets to attack with anatomical precision. So 6 plus 2d6 versus your... that'll be 12 versus your defense, which is 11. That hits.
Mm-hmm.
That will be a whopping 9 versus your arm, which
That
misses.
does not hit.
But since this does
Wow.
anatomical precision, you're going to take 2 spiral. Which spiral are we going to do here? Spiral 6. You still take
Ooh, spiral 6.
1d3 damage.
Oh shit! Don't roll.
3 points of damage.
God damn it! That might.
And that knocks out your intellect.
Hold on. I
Wait,
do
no, it doesn't.
have. Oh, it does technically.
Nope, it would
does.
take out 2 points of intellect and then 1 point of physique.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't spill over to the other side of intellect because I have 3
Yeah.
for intellect.
Yeah, but one of them's in column 5. Or
Correct.
arm
Okay.
5.
So with that, so nothing is disabled then, or is something disabled?
Nothing is disabled.
Just close. So
Yeah.
damn, that guy got lucky. And then what from the other column? If you don't mind me asking.
1 point from column 1.
Column. No, I'll take that.
Physique.
Done. All marked. Thank you, sir.
All right.
I need to work on my brains.
Well, what's left of them?
Yeah, 'cause I don't have much left.
And up next is Yum.
Get him, Yum.
Okay. I suppose I should attack the King Razorbat.
You could, or you could charge the Big Skig 2 with your soup ladle, and maybe get an extra damage dice from the charge. How far of a charge to be?
It doesn't matter how far charge is just your movement plus an additional 3 inches, so another 18 feet.
Oh,
So he can charge pretty much anything he wants.
gotcha. In that case, it's totally up to you.
I will. Can I charge whole swarm of Razorbats too, so I can get closer to my friends?
Good call.
Yeah. Yeah, just know that you're going to end you're going to end in rough terrain in that water.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What does that mean?
true.
You know I'm a gator.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. You're a gator. That you do not care about that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you don't have any movement penalties.
Treat water as open terrain. You gain concealment in water. You become stronger.
Gator.
You need
love
to
that
go
you're logical
into the
progression.
water.
Well, I'm gonna charge all them Razorbats and go to
Fuck yeah.
some water.
Do it, man.
So what do I do? I don't know what to do.
We aren't even going to bother measuring because you have a charge range of, let me see here. You have a charge range of 25 feet plus. You have a charge range of 40 feet and you are 18 feet away from them. So you can just move up to there.
Okay.
Wherever you like. Nice.
You wouldn't go quite that far. You can't charge through them. You can charge into base-to-base contact.
Nice.
So like right here.
Yeah, that's good. Normally you don't overlap, though.
There we go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Strain the meat from their bones.
So your great slotted spoon, two-handed, you will make a 2d6 plus 5.
And is it boosted because of the charge too?
The attack is not.
Gotcha.
Oh, well that doesn't work.
6 plus 5 though, and then you get plus 1 for being around him. Since you're around brass, that gives you plus 1. And then that is enough, actually.
Sweet. Strain those bats.
So that hits. So now roll 3d6 plus 12. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Plus 12?
Yes. You're a strong boy.
Oh my god. You just obliterated them.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. I almost feel bad for these little rat things. I kind of want to just keep one as a pet.
They're going extinct.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
so there's like a black market.
Yeah, so your slotted spoon, they're now like all like stuck in the and dying in the slots. So you're just like shaking them into the swamp.
So, question: what range does he have to be in to bite someone? 'Cause I
Base to
know he
base
has a-
contact. So
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
if there was anything left, he could bite it. But
Yeah, I
can't.
wanted to let. Yeah, basically, you can do a double attack every time if you wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but as a quick action, you could use one of your files, I believe. And I was gonna say that we don't have to do this, but I think you have like a smoke one. If you wanted to throw it on us, we could all gain concealment, and then the bats wouldn't know, where to attack necessarily. But I think we're also about to murder them all, so I don't think we have to get that creative yet.
yeah, it really doesn't matter whether they know where you are or not. This is going real. I need to actually roll something above a 3 at some point.
At some point, yes.
All right, Travolg, you are up.
All right. So, should I go after the? If I did my signal call, which is a really loud scream that everyone could hear, would that affect these bats anyway? Would it anger them and therefore have them target me?
So you have echolocation. Well, they have echolocation, so they will. Yeah, I'm gonna go say that'll piss them off and grab their attention.
Okay. I was thinking of doing that. I might just snipe them instead. Yeah, you know what? Fuck that Razorbat King. I'm gonna look at him and I'm just gonna start fucking screaming the lyrics to fucking a Katy Perry song. just baby, you are a firework, and I'm trying to turn him into one. So
Ask him if he ever felt like a plastic bag.
yeah, you ever feel like a plastic bag dancing through the wind? So I cast Sonic Blast. I'm gonna do 2d6 plus 4.
Sonic blast, Sonic blast.
Sonic Blast. Okay, here we go. Well, that was horrible. 9 plus that's it, just 9.
9 plus 10. That's not gonna do it. You can use a feat point to re-roll.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. If that's cool with everyone else.
Your feat points, and if you get it back if you kill it, so.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's right. All right, let me try it one more time. Baby, you're a firework. 12.
11. That will do it. That'll hit.
Yeah! I don't think I'm going to kill him, though. All right. So I think it's just a straight power... What is it again? 12? So yeah, power 12. So it's... is it 2d6 plus 12?
Yep, 2d6 plus 12.
Okay. Blam.
Okay, so that is
21.
That does 21. Wow. Hey, it doesn't instantly die. Something
Sweet.
actually survived. Barely. It's looking real rough. Real rough.
I made him say, "Hey, hey, hey," as he screeched across the, "Hey, hey, hey."
He is, he's feeling like a firework, and he knows he's about to explode.
He now definitely feels like a plastic bag.
Yeah. And not like one of those American Beauty ones.
Yeah, not
I
beautiful.
was thinking of that.
All right. Hey, something survived a round with the king. All right, Sonny, you're back up.
I'm kind of wondering.
Dang it!
I sort of want to capture one. I feel kind of bad for these little things.
Capture it.
if they're
like in a Pokeball?
because some of us might be killing a lot of them, wouldn't that increase their black market value?
So skigs and razorbats are pretty common. In fact, skigs are they are definitely a pest animal because they will get into all the blasting powder, eat it, and then run around wherever they are and then explode. And if this happens on, say, a boat, it can sink the boat.
That's bad.
Wow.
Well, I guess the humane thing to do would be to acid bomb them again. And
Clearly, that's the humane thing.
In the same sentence.
I'm not sure if I should use the fleet point for the. I don't think I should use it for the damage. I think I should use my fleet point for my aim.
No, just so if you miss, you can reroll with your feat point.
That's true.
Okay, I guess I'll do that. Yep. So I'll do the acid bomb. I'm looking towards the whole swarm of razorbats, and I'm just really hoping for a lot of spray off with Big Sig and the other one that's covered by him and razorbat.
That would get all of them.
Yeah. It might
Yeah,
be,
that's my goal.
Could it also possibly get Yum Chungus and me, though?
Well, let me see here.
Because what's the range? Is it 20 feet or is it 30 feet?
It would just barely clip Yum.
You'll be
Okay.
fine. Your arm will grow back or face or whatever it is that
Can I
gets
just like go underwater?
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah, you have
water, right?
Yeah, no, you have concealment and you are underwater. You will be fine.
All right. Nice.
Okay.
It's all working out.
Now, how can I be boosted so I definitely make sure this works? What else do I got?
Good call.
You can re-roll up to 3 times with your feat points, and remember, you get a feat point whenever you destroy something. So
You're about to get 3 more.
All right. So
I'd say aim for the.
plus which one is it that I use? Shoot.
prowess, PRW.
Yeah. And which one are you aiming at out of curiosity?
The whole swarm of razorbats, I think, is in a
Gotcha.
pretty good location.
Yeah.
I think I'll aim there. That'd be pretty good. Okay, so 2d6 plus 4.
Yep.
Do it. End them. Not like that.
Yeah, I would go ahead and you're gonna want to re-roll that.
Yeah, I'll re-roll that.
Pop a feet. Oh my god, it's worse.
You got one more.
Oh my god.
Things are taking a turn.
No.
Come on, no whammies.
I believe in you.
Come on, Sonny.
Okay. Never mind.
All right. It's not over yet.
Oh, wait, but it's
So-
also the plus 1, right? Because I'm near who has the power?
You need a 12, and right now you are at 10.
Yeah. That sucks.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Roll 1d6. Let's figure out deviation.
True.
Is it just 1d6? No, do I have anything else?
Yep, just 1d6. We're just figuring out the direction.
Yeah, this is to figure out how far away from the swarm of bats it moves. I think that's
So-
towards us, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's going to fall. That's actually
That's
falling not quite short, but it's actually going more towards a big skig. So it's hitting it's landing in this area. So now give me another roll 1d6 to figure out how far short it is.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, so it lands right there.
Cool.
So that it will catch.
Actually,
So here's the thing. You instead of catching these 4, you caught these 4.
Fuck yeah. Good job.
So now roll the damage, which I believe is 2d6 plus 12, right?
I love that Yum going underwater worked out so well.
Yeah,
He's
right?
just
That was
chilling.
badass. I think it's is it 2d6 plus 15?
2d6 plus 12.
12, okay. That's right. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Fuck yeah, Sash.
Hey, there we go.
You just evaporated half the swamp.
Nice.
So there's this like green cloud that then settles down to just kind of this like massive hair and teeth.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Horrifying. Massive hair and teeth.
Oh shit. Okay, we need to get more of those acid bombs, Sash. That's what you should be making with the alchemy ingredients you found.
All the time.
Well, I mean, at least one, because I think we're out now, right? I think you only have the 2.
Today, I'm not sure. I don't know what my inventory is.
It's all good. We'll check. I know you have at least 2 of everything, though.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think I might have more. I'm not sure if it's counted, but I definitely have more
Yeah.
grenade slots. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We'll settle it after the combat.
All right, this razor.
Everything's dead. You don't
Damn you, everything's dead.
Things.
We're gonna be done in. I got the feeling we're gonna be done here in just a couple of seconds. This is gonna try to screech at all 4 of you again. That is gonna be 13 versus
Oh,
defense. I think that'll hit Travolg. It will hit Yum. Sunny is higher, and I think Duncan is at 14 for defense, right? Let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now let's check to see if it actually does anything.
What's even better is I have my gas mask and I'm reading it, and it says it's -1 for sight or hearing.
that's a form of protection.
11, 13 versus arm
It sounded
is
I'm good.
does absolutely nothing to Yum, and then Travolg, you're also above 13.
Correct. I'm at 14 for arm.
Okay, this thing's had its life. Okay, that thing is dead. Duncan, you're up. What are you just gonna execute?
I'm in the face.
Are you guys? These things are clearly not even a threat. Are you even gonna fight, or are you just gonna walk away as they impotently flail at you?
Yeah.
Kill them.
We just all walk away, and I just stick my hand back and just shoot both of them.
Sure. So what I've learned here is that you guys,
Oh wow.
and if you want, Sonny can take the wounded Razorback King as a pet.
Yay!
Absolutely.
Can Chungus use his pottery skills to make him a little crown?
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. We have you have the lock boxes. You have
Yes.
Yep. You find one containing about 300 gold. Actually, about what was it?
Ooh.
How much did we think we had in Duncan's?
Oh yeah. Was it? How much was it? Was it for? I mean, what was it for? It was for the crusade, right?
Yeah, it was just like funds from back east from the church.
Gotcha.
So you can pull up to, let's say, 15 gold a month for your personal use. The rest of that you need to use to either build temple or coordinate with assets out here for your ongoing holy war.
Which might include building a mech, right?
That is something that you could try to send a letter back to see if you're allowed to do.
Yes.
But you,
Build that mech. Build that mech.
but yes, you will now have funds available to do some stuff, and that will be something that we will discuss starting next session. You also find the other ones that were supposed to be industrial equipment, and in there are a bunch of kind of like metallic spheres that Duncan immediately recognizes those as Warjack cortexes.
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah!
yeah.
They
I
are
just
covered
run up
in.
and grab everything and then just run off.
Well, so here's.
Dick.
So they are covered in runes that you don't recognize, but look like they're the same language that was on that paper hat from Dark Alley Burger.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, the one that we couldn't translate. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we'll pick it up next week. You guys will fall back to the. I guess we're just going to start at Duncan, or not Duncan, at Muskrat Manor,
I'm cool
or I'm sorry,
with,
Gunsword Manor.
Yeah, McManor.
McManor. Yep. It's Florida.
Yep, the McMansion.
Mm-hmm.
And we will pick it up from there next week. Your homework assignment is we need a name for the Razorback King that you've Sunny has adopted. It's a wounded wild animal. It's very weak right now. It is not happy, but it's also incapable of fighting. So it's like growling and hissing. Yeah, it's growling and hissing, and you think it's adorable. Because you're in fantasy Florida, so you have your typical swamp pet. So everyone needs to come up with something it does during the rest period.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone gives me like a quick paragraph of what the Razorback King is, and then Sunny gets to name it. Also, between this session and last, we're going to give everyone another experience point, so you guys should now be at 3 XP.
Ooh, nice.
And I think that gets you something. Give me just a second to look that up.
Sure, yeah. Does that give us another level? I can't remember.
All right, so nothing at 3 experience points. At 4, after the next session, or when I give you another one, you will get a spell, ability, connection, or military skill.
Ooh, nice. New abilities and spells, big time. So next level up, we're going to be kicking more butt than usual.
Yep. So we found a murder shack. We killed a bunch of rats and bats. You guys proved that you are a little bit ahead of the curve of the typical combat, so we'll keep that in mind for the future. You got a pet. You recovered the church's money, which Duncan will have to figure out how that's going to be spent. And you also found a crate of industrial equipment. That's clearly in quotation marks, because those go to war machines.
Fuck yeah. And you said there was 2 spheres in there? Or is there just 1? Or you said...
There's like 4.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so that's like an entire battle group worth of cortexes.
Yeah, that was a lot.
And that is actually going to do it for tonight.